What's going on, cousins? I'm back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show, and tonight we're gonna cover the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Listen, they got a whole lot of shit going on. We trying to see what the girls over there in Big Booty Peach State been up to since last season. Y'all ready to discuss it? All right, here we go. It's the AJ Red Show, starring me, AJ Red. Look, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Y'all ready to get into this next topic? Let's go. Cousins, what's going on, y'all? How have y'all been? Listen, I know I'm a little late down to the fucking thing, but I had to work that 9 to 5. Listen, I'm just getting off and getting in the house now, and I had to come in here and get my shit together and go upstairs and wash that ass and butt floss with a towel and all that stuff. And then I had to come in here and get myself something prepared to eat. So I done mixed up, do this lasagna together and put it in the oven. So while I got that motherfucker baking, I'm gonna be over here chitter chattering with y'all and getting this out the way. So, but anyway, it's me, your boy, your cousin, your friend, your neighbor, your homie, if you fuck with me that way, your boy AJ Red. And like I said, I'm back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show to discuss the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15, episode 1. Just jumping right into the show, y'all, because for some reason, real quick, I'm going to tell y'all, sometimes with my videos, I don't know what's going on. It's down to that point again. I'm trying to give more extensive content, and while doing that, it's become a little bit more hard. It's become harder to actually upload the videos to YouTube. I'm thinking, again, it's the time, because once it gets past a certain time, it takes a while, and I have to delete and upload, delete and upload, delete and upload. So I'm going to try to see what the issue is with that and work out a different way and work on some shit so I can get this shit to y'all in a timely fashion, because this ain't going to work out like this. But anyway, I'm an honest hoe, and all my hoes is honest. So I had to make sure to come clean and let y'all know what's actually going on behind the scenes. So it's not just me being lazy or sitting around this bitch eating popcorn and shit, just watching the shows and sitting around taking my time to come down here to the thing to explain to y'all what the fuck's going on. But anyway, moving on to The Real Housewives, season 15, episode 1. Listen, it's already giving everything about to be centered around, especially with Sheree. It's about to be centered around her main storyline. Is about to be about Martel Holt. He's making, I guess, a comeback, being over here with Sheree on The Real Housewives of Atlanta because shit done already took a bad turn in his life as far as reality on television has exposed him as a liar, a cheater, an infidelist, if you want to say that's a word. If not, fuck it, I just made it up, put it in the dictionary. And as Candy and Todd mentioned from his own mouth, basically, he's an opportunist. Now, if you really want to see the definition of an opportunist, it's him. But Sheree already leading with stupidity. It's like this bitch leading a whole episode and a whole nother season again wearing her motherfucking stupid shoes. I'm like, bitch, look. Find another ammo. Find another twist. Let us see what She by Sheree looks like and how it's coming along, because they still talking about the website crashing and ain't shit going down. But last I seen, when I looked around there, she was being, I think, allegedly sued by, I think it was it Sheen or something like that, saying that she was knocking off this shit and putting it over there on her page and selling it. So, I mean, I think you need to focus more on your brand, Sheree, instead of focusing on a man, because you don't seem to be doing too well in the man department. You need to get yourself some therapy and find out what a lady's supposed to be treated like and actually go for the goal and get something real, because at your age, let's be honest, as Dion Cole said, bitch, you ain't got that many more summers left. You got a nice body, you look real good, you's a beautiful woman, but you's a stupid woman. You need to get your motherfucking shit together. It makes, like, you starting off the scene with, he's showing up to the house in a whole motherfucking tuxedo. For what? Where the fuck you been? You showing up in a whole motherfucking 3-piece suit. Where the fuck you been? You got to come down to the house and get naked and get dressed. And here she is, meeting and greeting him at the door, drooling and shit all on the floor, about to slip and slide and break her fucking neck in her own slobber trail, just to get to him at the door. And now already we starting off with you treating him with gourmet meals and shit, and the cook coming over and the chef and all this different shit. It's like, sis, really? Why couldn't we have seen it starting off with him actually doing that for you in the reverse role to see that maybe you've actually gained some motherfucking sense since last year? Maybe you actually have learned how to be treated like a lady and what a real man is supposed to look like and what he's supposed to act like. But apparently you falling deeper into the rabbit hole. You went from jailbait to national dick. Because somebody say he community penis. He's not community dick. Listen, maybe in the state of Georgia, but I'm pretty sure he's flown a couple of other places in a few other states. And that's when I'm going to go ahead and say national dick. He done been around the block more time than a good human man. So my whole thing is, shit, the body and all that don't mean a motherfucking thing. You run around here being basically a male escort. You may as well go and look for that job. It seems like he the kind that sit around and look for the next old bitch that's brokenhearted, looking for love and is vulnerable. And he can go out there and talk to her, make her dreams come true and all this different stuff. And he giving body, yaddy, yaddy. And somewhat face. Because my whole thing, he ain't all that. He's a handsome man, but he ain't all that. Especially not to be putting up with that kind of stupid ass bullshit, fucking around with him like that. It's a no for me. I can't even deal with it. That's too much toxicity. And basically you there for the dick, and then she gonna holler about they thinking about starting the OnlyFans page. What in the fuck with what's up nowadays with the senior citizens wanting to start a OnlyFans page? I ain't never talked to y'all about it, but I'm gonna talk about it right now. The fact that Lunell talking about she starting the OnlyFans and shit. I heard somebody telling me she really started the page. She was on there taking a bath and shit, you know, on the video and whatnot. And people talking about the bath water look like, you know, body gumbo water. My whole thing is I don't understand that shit. You wait to be 60 years old with your daughter in college or coming out of college or whatever. And talking about you want to be a porn star. Don't nobody want to look at that. And Sheree, although you and Martel might have decent, you know, figures, and anybody talking about no body shaming, so don't get on here with that bullshit down up in the comments. But yes, I ain't see it yet, but like, subscribe, comment, and share. Make sure you turn the notifications on and drop down the comments and tell me what y'all think about these videos, because I'm supposed to start out with that part right there. But I done had a couple of drinks while I was over there fucking around, you know, putting the lasagna together. And, you know, shit happens. But anyway, don't forget. But the bottom line is, it doesn't warrant at this point you have a decent platform, a positive platform. Bitch, just pay your bills and do what you need to do and move better in the business aspect. And this part I just don't see with Martel. I just don't see it working out. We're gonna talk about that a little bit more too later on. Kenya talking about she done found a man. She talking about she over there. She done found this little Caucasian man. This little white boy, I don't know what the fuck he does, Roy or whatever his name is. Now she's so in love and all this different shit. But last I heard, I don't believe her divorce is final anyway, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't saying she got to wait for that, especially if he the one that don't want to sign the papers. But please don't let that be your storyline, Kenya, because it's, don't nobody care. You know, especially looking at the man that you chose and you talking about you dipping for and all that different stuff, don't nobody really give a fuck. Kenya met up with some of the ladies though, Sheree and Monietta, I think it was. They met up at somebody's house and shit, was sitting down drinking and talking shit and was going over the details and talking about everybody's business and all this different shit. No, it wasn't Sheree. It was Candy. It was Sheree. Was it Sheree? I don't know. Some of them bitches met up down to the house and was talking about it. I know Sheree wasn't mentioned. Sheree was a topic. She wasn't there. So was some of the other ladies that were, I know it was Kenya for sure. I think it was also Candy and who else? And Monietta. That's who it was. Kenya, Candy, and Monietta. I had to think back on it, y'all. I'm sorry. They were sitting down having a conversation. And y'all drop down in the comments to make sure I'm correct. They were having a conversation and talking about Sheree and how she running around with Martel and showing him off and that's different shit here. And how when he dips in and out of town, he's seeing other women and doing other shit like that. And fucking around and doing other shit. Basically, he's a man whore. You know, basically for lack of a better phrase. So they have this conversation. They go about saying how, you know, like I said, he fucking different women and dating different women and shit like that, which we all pretty much knew from Married Huntsville. I didn't really watch Married Huntsville or Married to Huntsville, whatever the fuck the title was. I didn't really watch that show because I just couldn't really get into it. But if y'all need me to follow this shit, drop down in the comments and let me know. Send me an email or something like I told y'all before. I'm gonna drop my email up in here too, so y'all get that. But let me know. But I've never followed the show because it never interests me. But every time I seen in the blogs, it was always him cheating on his wife, him and his wife fighting. Any episodes I've seen, you know, different shit like that. I don't even know the wife's motherfucking name. That's just how uninterested I was in the show and how much I didn't watch it. But moving on, all I knew of him was negative man whore. And so my thing is for Sheree to go and get with him and the ladies are speaking about him in a negative light. It doesn't surprise me. And Kenya even mentioned the fact that, oh, he hit me in my DMs and was trying to get with me first and yada, 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 this, that, and the third. So, Moneta and Candy was like, well, bitch, shit, pull it up so we can see. Now, when she pulled it up, it was kind of blurred out on camera, but it was basically kind of like all of the messages were deleted. But it kind of looked like she had to accept him or some shit first. I don't know. I couldn't see it because, like I said, it was blurred out. But at the end of the day, it's like, everybody's being, I told y'all they was going to come out being catty and fighting. Everybody being such a messy bitch, and I don't understand what the fuck their focus is. I guess other than to be able to hold the peach on the show and have a bunch of bullshit and drama going on, which I don't understand. But I mean, I understand getting the check. But y'all doing too much. It's no wonder y'all... Moving on, because like I told you, I'm not going to be very long, but at the end of the day, I want to get down to the main dish, which is this birthday party. Because I have a lot to say about that shit. Marlo and the boys seem to be doing a whole lot better than what they were before. The boys have grown up a little bit more. They're looking very handsome. Marlo's looking good. Hopefully she got some better motherfucking sense over there raising them kids. Now, she had that life coach over there, you know, talking to her and them boys. And they seem to be pretty good. They couldn't get that statement together, though. But they seem to be coming along a whole lot better. And I guess they should be, because if they don't, Marlo liable to put their motherfucking ass out the house again. Marlo liable to evict them fucking kids out the fucking house again. So I guess we should, they should, you know, perk the fuck up and, you know, meet measurements and get up to the rules and get shit to get themselves up to par. Nowhere during the episode, who did I go? I went over pretty much everybody. So Sonya, we're going to get to Sonya in a minute. I'm going to save her for last. Candy, of course, is dealing with some shit, you know, with her marriage. She breaks down, you know, speaking to Moneta and Kenya about her marriage right about now, or during that present moment, that she and Todd are having some difficulties, basically because they're having some schedule clashes. He wants her to help him work on his movie as a producer, but she's saying she doesn't have time. Well, Candy... I feel bad for Candy in that aspect, but then also there's a part of me that says, sis, you got to get this shit together. You gave this man an ultimatum, and so to speak, to marry you, and he's done that. You know what I'm saying? We all saw him as an opportunist last on the show before, when he first came on and she first started dating him, right? But he's proven himself to be a lot better. They still try to dip into his character and make sure. We still question him every now and again to make sure he's on his toes, I guess. But he's pretty much proven himself to be that guy, that husband, that family dude. Although he go out there and toss up money or whatever in the club and shit, or in the strip joints, which he said he don't do that much no more because it's a waste of money. But I'm pretty sure Todd's still out there throwing some money at that ass every once in a while. But Candy, I feel like it's not so much as your dreams. You have to learn how to balance them. And the thing about it is, you want to be the business mogul, the housewife, the mother, and all these things. And you're doing them on such a high platform. There ain't nothing wrong with that, mama. But at the end of the day, you still have to give love and attention to these babies you have at home. You have babies at home. And it damn near broke my heart to hear Ace call her on the phone while she was doing her confessional. And she was talking. And she was saying, well, Ace called and said he wanted her at the house to help him. You know, and nobody helps him understand better than she does, which means she's a good mother. She's a good, I never doubted that Candy's was a good mother. I never doubted that. But the thing about it is, even in each aspect, whether that be your business, your home life, your married life, whatever, even inside those relationships or those titles, there's still certain intricacies and certain aspects that you still have to attend to in a certain degree to fulfill yourself and to fulfill the needs and your responsibilities within that title. And within each one, the only issue I really see is time. You know what I'm saying? She's making it work as best she can. We're trying to make sure, and I get it, because the goal is to remain relevant. Yes, I'm a business mogul. Yes, I have multiple businesses. Yes, I'm on the show. Yes, I'm a mother. But at the same time, there's still a key factor. She has to remain relevant as well. When you're a star like this and you're not fresh on the scene like a Rihanna, or not even, can't even say Rihanna, like a Ariana Grande, or one of these girls that are actually on the scene doing music and other they're multifaceted with their careers, basically, right? So, but with doing that, you have to learn how to balance out that time, because you're not as relevant, because the relevancy you have, you want to keep, and you want to give more. But she has so many damn platforms and so many things she has going on for herself. I feel like any one of them would actually still take her all the way through. But she still has to show face. She still has to be that actor. She still has to be that producer, that mommy, that wife, and pay college tuition. It's a lot that goes into it. But at the same time, I think Candy needs to slow down. You need to slow down, sis. Get yourself some therapy. Give yourself some you time as well. You still got to have that part as well. Some you time, that's just going out to the fucking spa, having a good day, getting your fucking hair done, treating yourself, not being bothered with business, the kids, the husband, or anything. You know what I mean? And Candy, you have the funds to do that. I'm not saying hire no nanny or anything like that, but you have the funds to do that. Just work on your time factor. And I know you're working on it hard, but come on, bring it, sis. Who else? Drew. I want to talk about Drew real quick. Drew ain't show her motherfucking face at all during this first episode. Ross even showed up and was on camera to get his motherfucking first check, but Drew ain't show up at all. Now, I know they say they got an impending divorce going on and all this different shit, but I'm feeling like if anybody should have showed up to the birthday party, it should have been Drew. But he said he showed up because it's his homeboy and he wanted to show support, right? And that he wanted to be there for him and all this different shit there for Ross, right? Total bullshit. We're gonna talk about that too. Sonya, whatever. It's crazy how they will sit up here and say, okay, well, the party is, we're gonna do a 40 party, a party for 40's theme for Ross, right? Which is a beautiful thing. You want to do nice things for your husband. That's a part of the package. But why in the fuck the budget got to be $40,000? Like, who the fuck we invite? I ain't seen no celebrities come out and sing. I didn't see Michael Jackson. I didn't see Whitney Houston. I didn't see Marilyn Monroe. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Something. Give me somebody that's gonna come out there and sing a motherfucking $40,000, bitch. That is excessively too much. And then, well, the budget went over and it ended up being $100,000. Bitch, that's a house for some people. That's a whole house. And I'm pretty sure I'm sure you got your first Real Housewives check. I'm pretty sure it wasn't no $100,000. I don't know, maybe it could have been, but I just really don't think so. But the bottom line is, that is stupid as fuck. We've seen many a housewife get on here and do the same shit. Or even you gonna fuck around there and wind up like Toya and them. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna fuck around and find yourself, you just did your kitchen and all that shit and got that together. It's 9 of y'all living over there in the motherfucking house. We already see there's a whole lot of conflict between you and your sister, with your brother-in-law being your motherfucking assistant. And how dare you be calling this man at 3 o'clock in the morning to do any motherfucking thing. And he should have some office hours. He should really have some office hours. You can only call me from between the hours of such and such and so and so. Fuck that shit, like Big Red say over there on the 5 Heartbeats, bitch. my office hours are from 9 to 5. I ain't got time for that. And no wonder your sister feels disrespected in a sense. Y'all need to sit down and have a conversation about that. But $100,000 was too motherfucking excessive to be thrown for a fucking birthday party. That is stupid. And I'm pretty sure in the bank right about now, she sit up there and showed us her motherfucking PNC, her Chase account, and her Wells Fargo. I'm pretty sure y'all over here, your savings ain't matching the fuck up. You ain't running no motherfucking more races right about now. You pretty much, looking at maybe your sponsorships or your ads you doing out here for the people or whatever, from the medals or whatever, and probably, of course, the show. But I'm pretty motherfucking sure you ain't doing no motherfucking running, so you need to pull back on your pocketbook. That's what Bethany Frankel told y'all motherfuckers already. Somebody need to lay around there and take heed and understand and listen. And at this point, if y'all keep this same bullshit, if y'all gonna fuck around and end up like Kim Zolciak and motherfucking Croy. Because it seems like the reality show curse is just hitting every motherfucking body. Candy and them is the only ones that's withstanding, thank God. Everybody else either ain't never been married or been divorced. Shit, they need to call it the Divorce Housewives of Atlanta. Because y'all got more of them on the show than y'all do the friend of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Some shit, because y'all got more friends and divorcees up on this bitch. I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas. I don't own the company. I ain't got no say in it. But I'm just saying shit. But anyway, so moving on to Ross's party. So again, I see Ralph showed up and he says that basically, when asked by Kenya and some of the other girls when he got there, where was Drew? Oh, well, she had a family emergency and it was with her father. He's sick and something else going on. And I agree with Kenya. Whatever them say, well, bitch, if the emergency is for her, then it agrees for you too, right? But we all know this is, of course, written out and all this other shit because y'all have become so fucking predictive that sometimes I get bored. I just be listening to see the bullshit y'all be talking about and sometimes to see what the fuck y'all be wearing. Which the fashion is giving what it's giving. It was cute, I ain't gonna lie. I.e. But it seems so scripted sometimes because he walks in with this lame ass line like we all haven't already understood and heard that he and Drew are seeking divorce or whatever have you. So he gives this lame ass story and basically I guess he was saying, well, fuck it, that's her people or whatever. Let her stay down there to the thing and deal with the fire and put it out. I'm over here to have a good time or whatever. So you even stay at home with the kids while she go see about the sick daddy. And that's what I sit there and said. Of course, if y'all going to therapy, it seems like y'all about to hit the same motherfucking curse because in the end, you gonna push the divorce right on through because you with the bullshit. Don't seem like you even trying to work on your shit. I'd have been okay with not being there. If I'm really trying to work on my marriage, I would have been okay with not being there in the first scene just as my wife. And been with her even in that moment. I mean, fuck, even if I was in a relationship, that's how you roll when you down with somebody. You don't be fucking around with that bullshit. I came out here to support my homeboy. Well, what about your wife? The mother of your kids. That's why I say the motherfucker's so easy and then so quick to flip on the motherfucker. It's a damn shame. But anyway, Sheree and that man whore, they come down into the thing. It really makes me sick. I'm just really thinking, why the fuck this whole episode got to be centered around him? Because it seems like now he's getting his grandstanding, off of another lady, off of another show. And what y'all need to do is call over there and see if Kim is available because she need a job. Because shit ain't going right over there at the Bierman household, let me just tell you. So, Andy, ladies, why don't y'all reach out over there to Kim? Candy, reach out to Kim and see if she need one of them chicks because, listen. See if y'all can get on as friends of the show or something real quick so she can do what she got to do. But anyway, I'll tell y'all about that in a whole nother video. I can honestly tell you with Sheree, having dick in her life or not having it in her life makes her a very shady bitch. It really does. Because she throwing shade at all the other ladies talking about how Candace pussy is worn out and all this different shit, how she done fucked everybody and this different shit and that and the third. But bitch, you ain't looking at the woman in the mirror. Or better yet, the man in the mirror, because the man you with is the man you describing Candy to be, only she's a female. He done been around the world and aye. And then he comes in trying to look all smooth and dapper and shit after you done try to fuck my friend and all this different stuff here. My whole thing is Sheree probably do know about it, like the girl said. What if she knows? That's what Monyetta said at the party when she was shooting with Kenya and them. Now, rewind a moment at the house when they talked to, when it was Kenya and Monyetta and Candy, when they came to a decision, Kenya asked them, do y'all think I should tell her? And it was basically like, no, leave that alone. Now, she agreed to leave it alone and not bring it up to Sheree, right? Fast forward back to the party. This bitch is now discussing again whether she should tell her anything about him, and whether they should tell her about him dating the other women or whatever when he comes into Atlanta. Now, I told you the shit be scripted because I knew in the moment that when Kenya said she wasn't gonna say nothing, I was like, shit, that's a lie. It wouldn't be Kenya. It wouldn't be the Real Housewives of Atlanta if she didn't. When Monyetta and them said they weren't gonna bring up this other woman or these other women that Martel was seeing when he comes into town, they said they wasn't gonna bring that shit up to Sheree. I knew in the moment then they were lying their motherfucking nipples off. I knew them bitches was lying. They was lying all along. I knew it was gonna come down to a moment where they got down to the thing and started drinking and had a vulnerable moment or had a stupid moment, all wearing their motherfucking stupid shoes down to the fucking thing and decide to open their motherfucking mouth and be a bitter fucking Betty and open their mouth and start some shit about the same motherfucking thing they all decided they wouldn't talk about. So, again, fast forwarding back to the party. Now, these two bitches is over here in the corner talking about whether or not they should go ahead and tell Sheree anything because now they feel like, okay, their homegirl look too good and feeling too good and all this different shit. And they just couldn't pass the opportunity the moment by to open their mouth and say some shit, right? So finally, they gets this bitch over in the corner and they gets to bumping their motherfucking gums, they bumping their dick suckers, talking about, oh yeah, girl, you know, hit me up in my DMs, yada, 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 is what Kenya gonna say. Sheree was like, well, bitch, show it to me. You couldn't, bitch. She couldn't show shit because she didn't have any messages anymore because they already said he deleted them. Which he probably never sent any anyway. He probably sent an invite or some shit like that. And she took it as he was trying to get with her just because he sent her that invite or sent her a friend request or some shit like that in her inbox, right? And maybe he did send some shit, I don't know. But the bottom line, there was no evidence, bitch. So that was the whole point of not saying anything in the first motherfucking place because even though you're saying this to Sheree and you have no fucking hardcore proof, now it just looks like you a hating ass bitch. You mad because your friend got a man, he finer than yours and all this different shit here and she an old bitch with a fine man, a young bitch, a young whore, you know, her little escort, and y'all some hating ass bitches. As Monyetta, she over there telling her about the other bitches that fly in town. When he flies into town, he's seeing this bitch and that bitch over here and this other woman and that one, that, and so forth and so carrying on and whatnot. And having sex with these women. Y'all, one in the left ear, one in the right ear. And this bitch going like, and Sheree is hearing all this shit and she basically like, it's exhausting. And she basically saying, again, like I said, y'all some hating ass bitches. Meanwhile, Courtney is over here enticing and fucking with Candy, fucking with her, asking her some stupid ass shit about some, that's what I'm saying. Bitch, this was really scripted. Bitch, why the fuck you even address this woman about, well, so-and-so said, you know, you said, I knew you and bitch, okay, the bottom line is, if I know for a fact, I can see if she said, if she came to Candy and she said, people keep saying I'm using you as clout because they're saying I know you. I never met you before, and I don't know where they're getting this from. I'm sure they would have given Candy some better understanding as to what the fuck you was trying to say or whatever, where you was going with this versus head-on mess and toxicity and confusion. Y'all introduce yourself to one another, and it could have been like, well, it's nice to finally meet you so I can actually say, well, I do know, you know, Candy Birds, or I've met Candy Birds before, so yada, 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 XYZ, and put that shit to bed. The bottom line is you wanted to walk in and try to be the bitch that was going to be known for something. And instead of trying to be known for something positive, she chose to keep poking the bear. Now, after they got into a heated altercation, verbally, Candy and Courtney, while Marlo stood right there, and Marlo didn't pretty much say too much of shit. She was like, well, this is what the wrath of Candy looks like. Bitch, I don't want nothing to do with it. Because Candy was like, listen, you need to go on about your business. They was going back and forth. And she told Candy, you need to back up, and Candy told her, you need to back up. Somewhere along the way, they de-escalated themselves. I think Marlo kind of stepped in and said a couple of things and asked the ladies to calm down. Shortly thereafter, very shortly thereafter, this bitch Courtney goes and lights the fuse again and starts all up with, I'm just trying to figure out why you sitting there making it seem like I'm saying I know you. Bitch, I told you, I said I don't know you. You said you don't know me. This is our first encounter. It's only one person, Candy said, that could have said anything remotely close to that, because there's only one person that they know that know each other. That know either, both of them, Candy and Courtney. And Candy explained the situation and put it to bed even in her confessional. But for some reason, Courtney decides to still poke the bear, and at some point, Candy was like, bitch, look, fuck that. You better go about your business if I lay around and headbutt you, bitch. And I understood that because you keep leaning in at me. I'm like, you leaning at me like you about to lunge or do something. And coming off the heels of me having a whole lot of shit going on, like Candy said, coming off the heels also of Queens of R&B, Escape, and SWV, dealing with a whole bunch of bullshit and fuckery over there, and handling that like a professional, and dealing with my other shit in my daily life. I'm not here for this shit with you, little girl. I don't even know you. You don't know me. Let's leave it at that. Move the fuck around. But of course, the bitch poking the bear, and Candy wanted to headbutt the bitch. Me personally, I wanted to see what the fuck that would look like, but I don't condone violence, so I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you, Candy, for doing the right thing, and Marlo for finally stepping the fuck in and saying something with your goof ass, because you was enjoying every moment of that shit. And I'm not gonna lie, bitch, I was living for it too. I wanted Candy to lay around and snap and break the little bitch, but at the end of the day, Candy got to keep her money. She can't afford lawsuits and all that shit. She probably could, but she don't want them. Nobody really can afford no fucking lawsuit, especially something like that. Going back over to the booth. I'll be in my booth over here with Moneta and Kenya and Sheree. They still preaching the same bullshit in both ears about the other woman, the other women, and then her being potentially his girlfriend before Sheree, as she stated, Kenya, saying that Martel was in her DMs trying to get with her. Again, bitch, you had no proof. You should have kept your stupid ass mouth shut. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all some grown ass women. Some of y'all already in y'all 50s, and y'all over here with this bullshit and fuckery. The Bible already say what man born of a woman already got a whole bunch of trouble in the days, or something like that, whatever. Your days are already full of trouble. That kind of deal. I'm paraphrasing. But the bottom line is the ideology that follows that is people that go out and make trouble for themselves is basically saying you already promised, bullshit and fuckery and trouble when you born already on this earth. So why would you want to go and add more on top of that? I'm just saying. And for those of y'all talking about I ain't no Christian, I can't remember. That's just because I had a few cocktails. I know what I'm talking about. And y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. But anyway, y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share these videos, with a friend. And make sure y'all comment down and let me know what y'all thought about the first episode. I ain't go too hard about this one, although it irritated me a little bit. And my ass is tired. But I want to get on here and make sure I give y'all, the update on what was going on. But like I said, to me, it's giving rehearsal, it's giving scripted, it's giving let's spice it up a bit. And Sheree's thing, if it's not She by Sheree, because it didn't pay, if it wasn't She by Sheree, it was always the house, her bills, a man. It was always a negative storyline connected to Sheree's situation. And I don't understand why in the fuck, after what she had going on last year with, I don't even remember the motherfucking man name now, that was in jail and doing all this other extra shit she was fucking dealing with. And the man she dealt with was season before that. And then the abusive husband and all this stuff. You seem to have a track record for what you attract. And you seem to attract fuckery. That's why I try to tell y'all all the time. Check your energy and know what the fuck you got going for yourself. And when you know your own self-worth, you're not finna sit up here and deal with nobody's bullshit. And that's just real talk. And especially a woman this age right now, bitch, like Madea said, the bulb should have come on. And as far as Kenya, same thing, because it looks like you about to lay around there and go down the same motherfucking trail that she going down. Or that she on, that Sheree's on. And it don't make sense. Y'all grown ass women, but y'all sitting around here letting stupid ass men play y'all. And then y'all want to get mad and cuss each other and shade each other. It's nothing wrong with shade. I'm here for the shade all day long. But my thing is, bitch, don't go below the belt. Because at the end of the day, let's still walk away as friends so we can actually be on our social media, you know, when this shit ain't airing. And on TV after each season doing breaks. We taking vacations together with families and shit. And honestly saying, again, y'all keep talking about black girl magic, black girl power, but you bitches don't exude that. Y'all too busy chasing the bag and willing to step on any bitch back on the way to the bank. Willing to bust a bitch in the head in the back of the head with a brick. On the way down to the bank to cash that check. Why not just slap a bitch with some shade right quick and keep it moving? We can all respect that as a Southern belle, like Phaedra say. Now she done made some mistakes in her life, but that bitch still on TV and she's still down there making her money. As some of y'all ain't, i.e. the Kim Zolciak situation. I got to give y'all a video about that shit. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all. And I ain't got no more. I'm done with it. Until the next episode, though, because I'm still going to be sitting around waiting for it. I want to know what's going on with the latest over there in the Peach State and how everything's going to turn out with Martel Holt showing his naked ass over there to the thing. And they over there showing his fronts and all that old stuff. Don't nobody care if he got no wiener. We got plenty of us with big dicks out here. I ain't finna get on camera and show. What's the point? Because what's the point of you having that and then you ain't got nothing else that says, I'm a gentleman, I'm actually a man. That's not all what a man stands for. Not a good one, anyway. You know, but I guess everybody got to do like they do with the Bible and pick part and sections of piece to make it work for their life or whatever, to make it make sense. But anyway, I love y'all so much. Remember to share, like, subscribe, and to like these videos. And make sure to drop down in the comments section and let me know what you thought about these videos. Or this video, I'm sorry. And this episode of The Real Housewives Season 15, Episode 1. I'm pretty sure the next one is going to be very much more so heated because they're going to still come back, I'm sure, in the first scene with the 40 party for Ross. So we're going to pick up on that. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have a whole lot more high, fucked up, toxic energy floating around the room. And I'll be able to give y'all some of that in a funny way. But anyway, love y'all guys. Love yourselves real good. Love on those who love on you in the same in return. Keep the high vibrations up. And see y'all ass on the next video. Take care. Holla.